The alien council chamber buzzed with telepathic communication, a symphony of silent voices filling the grand hall. Young Xylo stood in the center, a lone figure in the midst of the mental cacophony. Their lavender skin, now pale with anxiety, contrasted sharply with the vibrant hues of the council members surrounding them. The elder's voice cut through the telepathic noise, reverberating in Xylo's mind despite the lack of a direct link. "You have failed, Xylo," the elder proclaimed, his words heavy with finality. "Without telepathy, you are no Zeltron." A murmur of agreement rippled through the assembly, each silent voice a dagger to Xylo's already fragile heart. Rejection was swift and absolute. Stripped of any sense of belonging, Xylo's shoulders slumped, and they were ushered out into the cold, unfeeling streets of Zeltron's capital. Rain began to fall, mingling with Xylo's tears, blurring the alien cityscape into a watercolor of lights and shadows. They wandered aimlessly, the weight of abandonment pressing down on their small frame. Every passing Zeltron averted their gaze, reinforcing Xylo's newfound invisibility. In a nearby research outpost, Dr. Ethan Wright watched the scene unfold from behind a rain-streaked window. His heart ached for the young alien. "We can't just leave them out there," he said, turning to his colleague, Dr. Maya Chun. Maya's eyes softened with understanding. "But how do we help someone rejected by their own kind?" Ethan, driven by a deep-seated belief in universal compassion, grabbed an umbrella and stepped into the rain. He approached the forlorn figure with careful, deliberate steps. "Hey, kid," he said softly, his Australian accent gentle. "You don't have to be alone." Xylo looked up, their large violet eyes filled with a mix of fear and curiosity. They hesitated, scanning Ethan's face for any sign of deceit. Finding none, they took his outstretched hand, the warmth of human contact offering a flicker of hope. Back at the outpost, Ethan introduced Xylo to the rest of the team. "This is Dr. Maya Chun and Alex Thompson," he said. "We're researchers from Earth, here to study Zeltron's unique telepathic abilities." Maya knelt down to Xylo's level. "We're going to help you," she promised, her voice soothing. "Let's start with something simple." Alex, the engineer, brought out a small device. "This is a translator," he explained. "It converts thoughts into speech. Maybe it can help you communicate." With the device fitted snugly around their head, Xylo tentatively projected a thought. "Can you hear me?" Their voice echoed through the device, surprising and delighting them. Ethan smiled broadly. "We hear you, Xylo, and we're just getting started." Over the next few days, the humans worked tirelessly with Xylo, using innovative methods to bridge the gap left by their lack of telepathy. They discovered that Xylo had a unique ability to sense and manipulate energy in ways that far surpassed simple telepathy. It was an ability that could change everything. As Xylo's confidence grew, so did their bond with the humans. For the first time, they felt a sense of belonging and purpose. The outcast had found a new family, one that saw potential where others saw only failure. But this newfound hope was not without its challenges. The Zeltron Council had been watching, and their disapproval loomed like a storm on the horizon. "Prepare yourself, Xylo," Ethan warned. "Change is never easy, but together, we can face whatever comes." Xylo nodded, determination lighting their eyes. They had been cast aside, but with the humans' help, they would prove that even the outcast could become a beacon of hope. Ethan's gentle voice broke the silence. "What's your name, kid?" "Xylo," came the soft reply, hesitant but laced with hope. In the warmth of the outpost, Xylo began to shed their fear. The humans moved quickly, adapting their advanced technology to bridge the gap left by Xylo's lack of telepathy. Dr. Maya Chun, with her nurturing touch, led the way, designing a program to help Xylo harness their unique abilities. "Let's try something new today," Maya said, her tone encouraging. She handed Xylo a small, sleek device. "This will help you focus your energy." Xylo's hands trembled slightly as they accepted the device. "Will it work?" Alex Thompson, the team's engineer, chimed in. "We believe it will. You've already shown you can sense energy. This should help you control it." With cautious determination, Xylo activated the device. A soft hum filled the room as the device synchronized with their bioenergy. Xylo closed their eyes, focusing intently. Gradually, a faint glow emanated from their hands, growing stronger as they concentrated. Maya's eyes widened in amazement. "You're doing it, Xylo." Xylo opened their eyes, a mixture of surprise and joy on their face. "I can feel it. I can control it." Ethan watched with a blend of pride and concern. "This is incredible progress, but we need to be careful. The Zeltron Council won't be pleased with what we're doing here." As the days passed, Xylo's skills improved dramatically. They could now manipulate energy to create light, heat, and even rudimentary forms of communication. The humans' belief in Xylo never wavered, bolstering the young alien's confidence. One evening, as the team gathered for dinner, Ethan raised a pressing issue. "We need to think about the long-term implications of Xylo's abilities. How do we integrate this with Zeltron society?" Maya nodded thoughtfully. "If we can demonstrate the benefits of Xylo's skills, perhaps the Council will reconsider their stance." Alex, ever the pragmatist, added, "We need a plan, something tangible that shows the value of what Xylo can do." Their discussion was interrupted by an urgent message from the Council. "Dr. Wright, we demand an audience immediately." Ethan's heart sank. "It's happening sooner than we thought," he murmured. Turning to Xylo, he said, "We need to show them what you can do. This is your chance to prove your worth." The next morning, the team escorted Xylo to the council chamber. The air was thick with tension, the weight of judgment palpable. The elder, his expression stern, addressed them. "What is the meaning of this?" Ethan stepped forward, his voice steady. "Xylo has developed abilities far beyond telepathy. We believe these skills can benefit both Zeltrons and humans." With a nod from Ethan, Xylo stepped into the center of the room. They took a deep breath, their hands glowing softly. Concentrating, they created a holographic image of the outpost, detailing the collaboration between humans and Zeltrons. Gasps of astonishment filled the chamber. "This is just the beginning," Ethan said, his voice carrying hope. "Xylo's abilities can forge a new path for us all." The elder's eyes narrowed, but a flicker of curiosity betrayed his intrigue. "We will consider this. But be warned, the path ahead will not be easy." As they left the chamber, Xylo felt a surge of determination. They had taken the first step toward acceptance, but the journey was far from over. The chapter ended with a sense of cautious optimism, the future hanging in the balance. Back at the outpost, Ethan placed a reassuring hand on Xylo's shoulder. "You did great today. We'll face whatever comes next, together." Xylo nodded, a newfound resolve in their eyes. "I won't let you down." And with that, the team prepared for the challenges that lay ahead, united in their mission to bridge the gap between two worlds. "Look!" Xylo exclaimed, their hands glowing with a soft, pulsating light. The chamber fell silent as the holographic image of the outpost materialized, detailed and vibrant. The council members stared in awe, their skepticism momentarily suspended. Xylo's newfound control over their abilities was nothing short of miraculous. "This is what Xylo can do," Ethan said, his voice firm but respectful. "We believe this is just the beginning of their potential." The elder, his expression inscrutable, finally spoke. "You have our attention, Dr. Wright, but actions speak louder than words." As the team returned to the outpost, the weight of the elder's words hung heavy in the air. "We need to demonstrate practical applications for Xylo's abilities," Maya said, breaking the silence. "Something that will benefit both societies." Alex, ever the problem solver, proposed a solution: the energy crisis. "If Xylo can stabilize our core, it will prove their worth beyond doubt." The plan was set in motion. The outpost's energy core, a critical piece of technology that had been malfunctioning for weeks, would be the stage for Xylo's ultimate test. The team worked tirelessly, preparing the core and briefing Xylo on what needed to be done. The day of the test arrived, bringing with it a palpable tension. The council members gathered to witness, their eyes watching every move. Ethan stood beside Xylo, offering a final word of encouragement. You've got this, Xylo. Just focus on what you've learned. Taking a deep breath, Xylo approached the core. They closed their eyes, allowing the device on their head to synchronize with the energy pulses. The room was silent, save for the low hum of the core. Slowly, Xylo raised their hands, channeling their inner strength. The glow from their hands intensified, matching the core's erratic rhythms. Minutes felt like hours as Xylo worked, their face a mask of concentration. The core, previously unstable and flickering, began to stabilize. The erratic energy pulses smoothed out, aligning with Xylo's controlled output. A soft, harmonious hum filled the room as the core reached equilibrium. A cheer erupted from the onlookers. Maya's eyes sparkled with pride, while Alex pumped his fist in triumph. Even the council members couldn't hide their amazement. The elder stepped forward, his stern demeanor softened. You have achieved something remarkable today, Xylo. We were wrong to doubt you. Ethan placed a hand on Xylo's shoulder, his voice filled with pride. You've shown them what you're capable of. This is just the beginning. Back at the outpost, the atmosphere was electric with celebration. Xylo, surrounded by their new family, felt a sense of belonging they had never known. Thank you, they said, their voice choked with emotion. I couldn't have done it without you. Maya hugged Xylo, her voice gentle. We believed in you from the start. You've proven that there's more to you than anyone imagined. But amidst the celebration, Ethan's expression remained thoughtful. He knew that while today's victory was significant, it was only a step towards broader acceptance. We've come a long way, but there's still much to do, he said, drawing the team's attention. The celebration quieted as Ethan continued. We need to ensure that Xylo's abilities are not just a novelty but a cornerstone of our cooperation with the Zeltrons. We need to keep pushing forward, together. Xylo nodded, determination shining in their eyes. I'm ready for whatever comes next. Alarms blared throughout the outpost as the energy core threatened to overload. The hum that once symbolized stability now signaled impending disaster. The Zeltron Council had been skeptical, but now they watched in tense silence, their trust in Xylo and the humans hanging by a thread. Ethan's voice cut through the chaos. Xylo, we need you now more than ever. Xylo, heart-pounding, stepped forward. The core's fluctuating energy pulses created an oppressive heat, making the air shimmer. They took a deep breath, centering themselves as they had practiced. The device on their head buzzed to life, syncing with their bioenergy. I can do this, Xylo whispered, more to themselves than anyone else. Maya's reassuring touch on Xylo's shoulder conveyed unspoken support. We believe in you, Xylo. Just focus. Xylo raised their hands, the glow from their palms intensifying. They closed their eyes, reaching out with their senses to grasp the erratic energy flows. The room fell silent, the only sound the rhythmic pulsing of the core. Minutes passed, each one feeling like an eternity. The core's wild energy began to stabilize under Xylo's control. Their face, a mask of concentration, glistened with sweat. Slowly, the chaotic pulses smoothed out, aligning with Xylo's steady, controlled output. The oppressive heat dissipated, replaced by a soothing warmth. The alarms silenced. A collective sigh of relief swept through the chamber. The core, now stable, emitted a gentle hum once more. The Zeltron Council members exchanged looks of amazement and newfound respect. The elder stepped forward, his stern facade softened. Xylo, you have done what we believed impossible. You have proven your worth beyond measure. Ethan, standing beside Xylo, felt a swell of pride. This is what collaboration can achieve. Together, we can overcome any challenge. Back at the outpost, the atmosphere was celebratory but tempered with the weight of what had transpired. The humans and Zeltrons mingled, the barriers between them beginning to crumble. Maya approached Xylo, her eyes shining with pride. You were incredible today. You've shown everyone what you're capable of. Xylo, exhausted but elated, smiled. I couldn't have done it without all of you. Your belief in me made all the difference. Alex, ever practical, added, This is just the beginning. We need to keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. The celebration was interrupted by a message from the elder. Dr. Wright, we request a meeting. It's time to discuss the future of our collaboration. The team gathered in the council chamber, the atmosphere charged with anticipation. The elder addressed them, his tone respectful. Today's events have shown us that our prejudices were misplaced. Xylo's abilities, nurtured by human ingenuity, have saved us all. We propose a formal alliance to further explore these possibilities. Ethan's heart swelled with hope. This is what we've been working towards. Together, we can achieve greatness. Xylo stepped forward, their voice clear and strong. I am proof that we can learn and grow together. Let's build a future where our differences make us stronger. The council members nodded in agreement, their expressions filled with resolve. Let us move forward as one, the elder declared. Together, we will shape a new era of cooperation and understanding. As they left the chamber, the team felt a sense of accomplishment and anticipation. The road ahead would be challenging, but they were ready to face it together. Ethan turned to Xylo, his voice filled with pride. You've started something incredible. This is just the beginning. Xylo nodded, determination shining in their eyes. We'll make sure it lasts.